Hello everybody, hope you're having a fantastic day today. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Today, I just want to make sure you guys are not missing out on 200 easy to get tickets. The event has been updated, so just want to make sure you guys are aware of this. Let's get into it here. Okay, so I don't know if all of you are familiar with the stream that I did last week, but there is an event going on and it did update with new challenges on Tuesday of this week. So I just want to make sure you guys know that you can go get some more tickets here. You can't do the 76 fish again for another 100 tickets, but with all the new challenges, you can get an extra 200 tickets. So again, just wanted to make sure you guys weren't missing out on these. And they are part of the season here as well too. If you're not familiar with it, you do have to make sure you are wearing this hat when you are doing these challenges. There is a little bit of a way around this, which I will talk about as we get a little bit later on in the video. You do not have to be out of a power armor. That's one point I want to make, but just make sure you have this hat equipped. Now let's start with the Mirelurk. So we're going to start at Sunrise Field here, and Mirelurk Queen specifically, I meant to say. And just make sure you're equipped and you have some good armor on when you're fighting these guys. They will kill you pretty quick if you're not prepared, and you do have to get 3 of them. So just keep that in mind. Next place we're going to go for a Mirelurk Queen is the Cory ×3 over here, or the Cory X3. And yes, as I was saying, you do not have to be out of power armor in order to get these challenges done. I didn't test it without the hat on in a power armor. I don't know. I doubt it would work. You probably have to have the hat on and then hop into a power armor. And as you're going to see here, you will get the challenge done. So, you know, fighting Mirelurk Queens, probably not the best idea to always be out of power armor, especially if you're a power armor build. So just make sure you put that hat on, hop in a power armor, and you're good to go with the challenges, guys. Now, next place we're going to go over to is Max Farm here. And just going to have to run through the little downed house here. There's another little shack over here with the farm. And then you're going to come to this area here, and there will be another Mirelurk Queen. I notice sometimes you got to, like, you know, gun butt or something like that. Especially if you have a silenced weapon, she won't pop up out of the ground. So just keep that in mind if you can't get her to pop up. And a 4th location I do want to show is Myers Eye here. I know we do only need 3, but just in case you don't have access to a private server, or you're doing this in a public server and somebody's already hit a couple of these places, this is another place to go to. Might save you from having to hop to another server. So make sure you're equipped to fight these guys. Now for Gulpers. Of course, Gulper Lagoon is probably the best place. Definitely the best place to go for Gulpers. There are 4 of them here, but you do have to get 20 Gulpers. This was, other than the fishing, like for overall, like all the fishing challenges total, like individual challenge-wise, this one was the most time-consuming. But I'm going to show you all the locations that you can get Gulpers, including Gulper Lagoon. But other than Gulper Lagoon, you can come over to Dire Chemical here. This is another guaranteed spawn location. Now, I think there's just 2 of them over here, but if you're hopping many servers, you want to make sure you're going to these locations, right? Because again, these are guaranteed spawn locations. The next ones I'm going to show you are not. They can spawn at the Pylon V13 over here. You can see this time I did get fog crawlers, so no Gulpers this time. They do spawn at Dolly Sod's campground here. You cannot fast travel to it until you take over the workshop, so you may have to fast travel close to it and then run over to it here like I'm showing. So maybe you want to go to Dolly Sod's Wilderness first and then run over here. Keep in mind there is a couple of bears around here. And yes, there should be some, well, hopefully there's going to be some Gulpers over here for you. You can see I did get fog crawlers again. Another spot the Gulpers do spawn is the treetops here. And you can see this time I got honeybees, no Gulpers this time. So you may have to hop a couple of servers, guys, as I was saying. And Beckwith Farm is another good location to go here. And yes, guys, keep in mind, good chance that they won't be here, but if I'm not mistaken, I think it's a 33% chance or below for all these places that doesn't guarantee them. So again, you're probably going to have to hop servers. Even if they're at all these locations in your private server, you'll probably be short a couple. But I hope you have the greatest of luck. I hope you can get this done as fast as possible. I really hope all these locations help you. You know, the more the merrier. Just want to say too, berry mentats doesn't hurt, especially when you're going to Gulper Lagoon. They are up in the trees if you can't find them, and just keep in mind you should be finding 4 over here, unless you come over here like I just did and somebody's already been here. Again, that's just why I want to show you these locations. And make sure you're going to Dire Chemical and Gulper Lagoon every server hop, because those again are the guaranteed spawn locations. You can see I did get them at the Dolly Sods campground here. There was an angler as well, but I think there was a good 2 or 3 of them over here, so not a bad spot, you know, to find them at. You can see I found them at the farm here as well too. And just, you know, keep at it, guys. Keep at it. This, again, is probably the most time-consuming challenge, but it's really not hard. Now, on to the fishing. If you're not familiar with fishing, I will link a couple of guides that will definitely help you. If you want to get started on it, you can literally come over to Vault 76 here, come down the stairs and read this note, and it will put you in the right direction. Again, I will link some videos that will help you if you want to get into the fishing. You really don't need to get into the fishing to do these challenges. It's really as simple as reading that note, coming over here to the Fisherman's Rest, completing a quick little challenge, and then you'll have your fishing rod and all that, and you can go do all the fishing you want, and it's really not hard to reel in the smaller fish. So you can get these challenges done very easy. So again, I will link those videos in the description if you need help. Also keep in mind, if you need some bait for this fishing, this is where you can buy it as well. Now, you're also going to need some alcohol. I do recommend you come over to the refuge here. I'm going to show you a robot that you can buy tons of beer and alcohol from. And the reason you want this is because you have to be intoxicated while you catch 10 fish, I think it is. So just a quick little thing to do while you're fishing for these fish in the region. You don't want to do this after you've caught all the fish in the region, right? So make sure you go get that first. Make sure you're drinking before you're fishing. And for the Savage Divide, or sorry, the Toxic Valley, I'm going to bring you guys over here to the Pioneer Camp and just come down to the water. And it's as simple as coming up to the water here and fishing, guys. You cannot do this in a power armor, so keep that in mind. I know there's a picture out there. I know it's there on the loading screen for PlayStation anyway, there on the home page there, of someone fishing in a power armor. I know, unfortunately, you cannot do it. And yes, make sure you guys drink a little bit of alcohol before you do this, so you are intoxicated when you are catching these fish, so you don't have to worry about this challenge. You know, it's kind of like a kill 2 birds with 1 stone type thing. You just want to get them both done at the same time. And yeah, pretty simple fishing, guys. Like I said, you just got to go to Vault 76, do a quick challenge, you got your fishing rod, you're ready to go. Bait is very cheap. Even if you're not into fishing, it's definitely worth a little bit of time to get these tickets, guys. Trust me, it is really not hard. And just make sure, again, that intoxicated is going off while you're catching them, or you didn't drink enough alcohol or drink any at all. I do highly recommend that you tag these challenges when you are in the main menu there, just so they're popping up at the side there, just so you know you're completing them, because maybe you forgot to wear the hat or something like that. Make sure you have all this stuff while doing these challenges. Now you can see I only got 6 out of 10 while intoxicated, so it did wear off. The alcohol did wear off before I finished this first area. So when you go to the next area that I'm showing here, which is the Savage Divide, we're going to go to Pleasant Valley train station. Just make sure you drink some more alcohol to get that intoxicated challenge. The alcohol usually doesn't last very long. And yes, we're going to come over to the train station here because there is a pond right over here, very convenient for fishing in the Savage Divide. Now, before you do fish in the Savage Divide, I do recommend as well that you do grill up some of your fish, make some fish bits. You can do this at a cooking station, and the reason you want to do this is so you can make some grilled fish. Now, this will reduce the time to hook, and it says by 20 minutes, I guess, and it doesn't do anything for HP there, but basically this will help you reel in the fish a little bit quicker. It'll help them pull down the lure quicker is what I really think it does. Now, if you need salt in order to make the grilled fish, you can get tons of it over here at the White Springs resort here that I was showing. Just keep in mind there is a lot of ghouls over here, so might be a little bit annoying. Just be prepared when you come over here. And you're just going to be looking on the tables, guys. There is tons of salt here everywhere, behind the counters too as well. And yeah, back to the Savage Divide. We're going to catch our 10 fish, and then we can move on to the next area. And yes, make sure you're getting that intoxicated challenge done as well. Make sure you are wearing your hat. I cannot stress this enough. And for the next region, I am going to go to the Skyline region. I did go near my house here because I have a camp down here. And I do want to say this region only requires you to catch 3 fish. So if you're trying to do all the regional challenges and you don't want to do the last fishing challenge, I do recommend you do hit up the Skyline because it will be the quickest region to finish. So you only need to complete 3 to get the all regional challenges, if that makes sense. So you don't need to go to the 4th spot, but I do recommend you go to Skyline just because it's 3 fish. Now, if you want to get all of these complete and get those extra 20 tickets, you can come to the Ash Heap to get the last regional fishing challenge done. And we're just going to come over to Lake Reynolds here. You'll have a couple of Mirelurks to kill, and then it's just as simple as catching 10 more fish. If the odd one gets off, guys, don't worry about it. You're not too big into the fishing. This won't take long. Take advantage of these extra 200 tickets, guys. It's really simple. This took me like an hour to do, if that, and that was while capturing footage. It shouldn't take you guys long. You can probably get it done in a half an hour. The challenges are here in the menu I was just showing here, and not just for the rewards for the event. Like, you can use these tickets to get stuff off of the scoreboard that is going on right now, Gone Fishing, or if you've made it to 150 on the scoreboard, it's just extra tickets to buy stuff, guys. Just wanted to make sure you guys were aware of this. And yeah, let me know if this helped you. I really hope it does, or at least made you aware of it. And hopefully I covered everything. Let us know anything in the comments that may help a little bit. And as always, everybody, thanks for watching. Have a pleasant evening.